We have a new confirmation. We have a new data that just came out, all right, around the suits buying above and beyond the retail investors in AMC. Well, this is going to add to a list of other events that we just had in the last 2-3 days that for me, when you look at those information, you look at the information, look at the events, you know what is happening around AMC and around the market, it kind of gives you the proof you needed to have, you needed to get in order to be more comfortable, to be more safer, all right, to have more level of chill in terms of, well, AMC going to the moon, all right. I'm not trying to give you a specific date here, but I'm just looking at what is happening around us in the market and how we're going to relate and impact the stock price of AMC. So first of all, when you jump into market beat, folks, we've been looking at this since Q1. And in Q1, we had $70 million worth of buying into AMC from the suits, all right, based on the 13F filings. And then on Q2, we had 1.2 billion worth of buying and only 400 sold. This is very, very bullish. But even more interesting, so far in Q3, meaning since the beginning of September. And guess what? Q3 is not even finished yet. Q3 just started. Q3 just started by the end of September. And we are here mid-November. So we still have more weeks to come ahead and get more people, more suits filing and disclosing the ownership of AMC shares. But so far, all right, so far we are what? 709 million worth of buying, but only 8.7 sold. Do you see what I'm seeing here? Do you see what I'm seeing here? This is barely 1%. This is barely 1% of sale versus the amount of buys. All right, so keep that in mind. This is not the only one. It gets more interesting. Let's keep moving, folks. Michael Burry, all right, the Big Short, reported based on the Q3 filings that he is closing the bets against ARK, Tesla, and Treasuries and other stocks, and only has few positions in his portfolio. This is based on the Scion Asset Management, the company he founded, and it means, well, if he's closing out short positions, it means he's not that bearish when it comes to where the market is heading. So I'm betting that some other short sellers are going to follow suit here, hence promoting and putting additional buying pressure, especially those here in AMC, because guys, when you look at the share price, it's still around the 40s. We are doing pretty amazingly good for a stock that was supposed to be a meme stock, for a stock that was supposed to go back to $5 a piece. So if you ask me, that's very bullish. But it gets even more interesting, folks. It gets even more interesting. Jim Simons, I mentioned this on another video, but it's just add to the list of the events, the information, and what's happening around the market. Rentech fund. Rentech fund is a fund. It's the not the biggest, but the smartest and one of the top, if not the top hedge funds in the world. Not top in terms of size, but top in terms of, well, we barely lose money because these are smart people. Smart people finding opportunities in the market, putting money in the market, and just waiting to reap the benefits. So the fact that they're actually boosting their AMC bet by 38%, plus Swiss National Bank, which is the bank running money of the ultra rich in the world, and on top of it, it's a government bank, meaning they have access to that type of information that even, people like the Elon and the Jeff Bezos will probably may not have. So to me, when you add everything into the mix, I'm going to continue to hold even tighter, man, especially as we get into the year end here. So let's just see what happens, because all of this, it's pretty damn bullish for AMC moving forward.